Join and save at Sam's Club, your local club, Boardman, 6361 South Avenue, Boardman, Ohio. It's Sam's Club. Join and save.
The Crane Room for your lunch and dinner rendezvous. You'll enjoy their pleasant atmosphere. The Crane Room takes pride in their wide variety menu. Appetizers, sandwiches, soups, salads, entrees, pasta, and the best burgers in town. Newcastle's best selection of domestic, import, and craft beers from around the world, and the Crane Room features a 35-tap draft system. Ask about their daily specials that will please you every time. The Crane Room is located at 3009 Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township. Call 724-656-1553.
Let's talk with Norm.
We're with
Norm Lutton.
Norm, you're the owner of Crazy Car Restoration. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it's a new company we're opening up. Originally, we was Lutton Auto Repair, and we're adding on a little bit. And we're trying to bring out some custom cars for people somewhere in between the $5,000 and $20,000 range, what people can actually afford today. Anymore, you know, all these cars are so expensive. We're just trying to make ends meet for other people.
That sounds great now.
But I've been fixing cars for over 35 years.
That's great.
So when you have a repair, big or small, call Norm.
Hi friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store or at their restaurant in Newcastle, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions. Bill's Bake Shop will make you happy. Bill Cast is the owner, and he and his staff keep the tradition going with all those bakery items that you remember as a kid. Just to name a few items, Bill makes cream sticks, cinnamon rolls, bear claws, cream horns, cannoli, cakes, pies, cookies, bread, pizza, and so much more. Bill's Bake Shop, located at 228 North Liberty Street in the Mahoningtown section of Newcastle, is open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 to 5, and Sunday, 7 to 2, closed on Monday. Bill's, where smiles are everywhere. Call 724-654-4223.
The Beanery Depot and Deli. Coffee, made-to-order subs, snacks, and more. Meatball sandwiches, fresh and hot. Pepperoni rolls, fish sandwiches, chicken, milkshakes. The Beanery Deli. When you're hungry for something special, and it won't cost you a lot of beans.
It's winter, so come on inside, sit down, grab a cup of hot cocoa, and watch NCTV45.
Hi, I'm Gary West for NCTV45, and this is another edition of Newswatch. It's the weekend edition for February 7th. Hope you're having a great weekend and hope you're staying warm. We have weather and a complete look at sports with Angelo coming up for you shortly. Stay with us. The Regional Veterans Coalition, an initiative as a result of the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, is teaming up with community action agencies to expand services to Lawrence County veterans and their families, offering assistance with housing and employment. Eligible veterans will receive support with security deposits, rent, utilities, transportation, and emergency needs. These programs also provide case management assistance with housing search and placement, employment, financial literacy, and budgeting services. You can contact Missy Russell or Michelle Scott, 724-658-7258. Blue Hearts for for law enforcement, that was inspired from the Sea of Blue movement in December 2014 up in Cleveland, is set for Valentine's Day, February 14th in downtown Newcastle. This will be a peaceful event and ceremony that Amy Smock organized. She's from Newcastle. If you would like to join the march, everyone is to gather at 10 a.m. at Beer for Less parking lot. That's right behind the Cascade Galleria in Newcastle. The walk's going to start at 11 a.m. Participants will be walking in silence through downtown to the Newcastle Police Station. Speakers from the District Attorney's Office and Mayor's Office will address the crowd, and a police chaplain will be offering prayers. There will also be a blue helium balloon launch in honor of all fallen officers. You are asked to make signs saying Blue Lives Matter and All Lives Matter. Sea of Blue t-shirts, sweatshirts, or hoodies from the Luna Team Shop will be available for purchase. So if you would like to order before the walk, you go to the Sea of Blue, Newcastle, Blue Hearts for Law Enforcement page on Facebook. Proceeds from the shirts will go to the Western Pennsylvania Police Benevolent Foundation, which helps families of police officers. And the State Department of Education's Division of Federal Programs has designated Perry Lower Intermediate School in Ellwood City Area School District and Riverside Elementary School in the Riverside School District as High Achievement Title I eligible schools. Now, this was based on test scores from spring 2014 and other factors. Both were ranked among the top 5% of Title I schools in the state of Pennsylvania. Title I is a federal program to benefit students from lower income families. The designation allows both schools to apply for grants. We have more news coming up for you very soon. Keep it right here. It's Newswatch Weekend Edition. Right after these commercial messages, we'll get back to sports with Angelo.
The Globe Leader, your hometown newspaper since 1880. Go to nwglobe.com to read fascinating articles. If you know someone who would enjoy this amazing publication as much as you do, why not give them a gift subscription? I'm excited about getting this into the homes of as many people as possible. Please send their email address and we'll do the rest. Call 724-946-8098. That's the Globe Leader, your hometown newspaper since 1880.
They look like you should be able to find them in a lot of the bigger, more expensive department stores.
I love this shrug. This shrug is by far my favorite accessory with this clothing line. This shrug allows me to wear it short and sexy or long and a little bit more flirty and flowy. So the transformation just happens just very uniquely by flipping the garment upside down. So if I remove my arms, flip the garment upside down, losing that scarf and collared effect, but again, taking that scarf and transforming it to the lower half, making it long and sleek. Super simple.
All in a nutshell, 102 and 117 North Mercer Street in Newcastle. Visit Keith and Margot Jackson for that new look. The latest in women's and men's clothing. Treat yourself today. You'll be glad you did.
We have a great relationship with Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors in downtown Newcastle at 210 East Washington Street. And whenever you watch, focus, and see, my wardrobe is furnished by Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors.
Welcome back, and now it's time to take a look at sports. Last night, the Newcastle Red Hurricanes played a home game against Ellwood City. You can see the score and all the other scores from those senior night basketball events on our blog. And you can watch the game on NCTV45 and also channel 183 later on this week. Also, mentioning the Ellwood City girls basketball team clinched their first playoff berth. Okay, that's since 97-98. Ellwood beat the Newcastle girls 49-33 to have a spot in the playoffs. In college hoops, Westminster is on the road to play St. Vincent, and that tip-off will be at 6 o'clock. The Pitt Panthers, who are 15-8, are home to tangle with Syracuse. That tip-off is at 4. And Duquesne is on the road. They'll be in North Carolina to play Davidson with a 7 o'clock tip-off. Also, remember that today there's a 1 o'clock tip-off with Notre Dame visiting Duke. And you might recall that Coach Krzyzewski got his monumental win, 1,000th win, and then lost to the Irish up in South Bend. So check out that. Also, Robert Morris will play Fairleigh Dickinson, in New Jersey, and that's a 4:30 start. While the Pioneers of BC3 are home today against the Westmoreland County Community College with a 2 p.m. tip-off. On Friday, the Pens hosted the were away at the Calgary Flames. I couldn't almost say Calgary. Sorry about that. You can check the score on our blog. And in other sports news, yes, I know it's cold out, but think baseball. The Pittsburgh Pirates beefed up their bullpen this past week, acquiring the right-hander. Well, this is going to be a saying and a half. Arquedos Camino from the Marlins in exchange for a cash consideration. And he's 27 years old. He was designated for his assignment last week after logging just 6 relief appearances with the Marlins in 2014. The Dominican native managed a 10.8 ERA last season, notching 8 strikeouts with just 4 walks. So hopefully he becomes a great Buccaneer, because we need those people on the mound. Now, we're going to take a look at these messages, and we're going to be right back with Gary right after this.
It's Little Johnny's Pizza 2 in downtown Newcastle with a great variety menu that you will tell everybody about. Chris Quiera, the owner, is here with more information.
Stop down and see us at Little Johnny's 2. We're located at 130 East Washington Street, or give us a call at 724-657-2210.
Tuscany Square Restaurant, 3470 Wilmington Road, where old world charm meets today's modern conveniences. You'll enjoy their spacious, comfortable seating, their fresh ingredients that go into making every dish, whether it's pizza or that just right entree. Tuscany Square Restaurant, they're here to serve you. Call 724-654-3065. Joshua Sun Rehabilitation Center. From the moment you arrive, you know that you're in the right place. Dr. John Wrightson listens first. He pays attention to detail and then makes the determination. Joshua Sun Rehabilitation. We make the pain go away.
Whether it's a scheduled appointment or same-day service, DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning offers 24/7 service for commercial, industrial, and residential, as well as fire and water damage restoration. Using state-of-the-art technology, DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning experts are ready to professionally clean your carpet today. Call DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning for a free in-home estimate. Thank you for making us Lawrence and Mercer County's largest carpet cleaner.
And remember, nobody gets your carpet cleaner.
It's Butts Flowers when you want a wide variety of flowers for any occasion. They also have a selection of fine gifts and more. Butts Flowers is conveniently located in downtown Newcastle at 120 East Washington Street. Call Butts Flowers at 724-652-7727 or toll free from anywhere, 1-800-443-7726. It's Butts Flowers in downtown Newcastle. It's Newswatch Weekend Edition as we continue on this Saturday, February 7th. We have a complete Lawrence County and Newcastle weather forecast up shortly. Lawrence County Commissioner Dan Vogler has announced that he will run again for re-election. Vogler will be seeking one of two Republican nominations in the May 19th primary. Vogler's first election win for commissioner was in 2003. He also serves as chairman of the West Central Job Partnership Governing Board and chairman of the Pennsylvania County's Workers' Compensation Trust Fund Board of Directors. Vogler is 55 years old now, and he is the chairman of the Lawrence County Commissioners. And Commissioner Steve Craig also announced last Tuesday plans to run for re-election on the Democratic ticket in the May primary. Craig's first election win as commissioner was in 2003. He's currently chairman of the Southwestern Pennsylvania Commission. He's a member of several other regional boards and agencies. And Lawrence County Commissioner Robert Del Signor also announced this past week that he plans to seek a second term. Del Signor began his first term in 2012. Del Signor is campaigning for one of two Republican nominations in the May 19th primary. Candidates can begin circulating campaign petitions on February 18th. Del Signor represents the commissioners on the Pittsburgh Regional Alliance and the Lawrence County Economic Development Commission. All three sitting county commissioners are running for re-election. So again, the primary is May 19th. Keep it right here. We've got a whole complete weather forecast standing by with Angelo for Lawrence County and the Newcastle area right after we take this time out.
The Land of Oz, located next to Subway on Washington Street, features unique clothing for that special design, one of a kind. Also accessories of every sort. Team logo and school logo. Also jeans, tops. For that special look, it's the Land of Oz, located in downtown Newcastle next to Subway. Whether it's time to fix the furnace, throw the salt, shovel the drive, it's Paul D. Weller Hardware. We have what you need. Whether it's time to get warm, make the macaroni, make the ravioli, make the pizzelles, throw another log on the fire, or get ready for Christmas. It's Paul D. Weller Hardware. Hey, let's go sled ride.
Well, welcome back. And hey, folks, it's time for weather. It was so cold this week. How cold was it? The Penguins had coats on. A little humor from my buddy Gary here. But we're going to moderate a little, if you call the 30s moderating. Okay. But let's take a look at what this weekend forecast holds. On Saturday, there'll be a mostly cloudy high of 38. Now, Saturday night, expect a 20% chance of showers. Yeah, we're above that freezing mark, so that rain is possible, and it's going to be 36. Sunday, 60% chance of showers with a high of 42. And Sunday night, a 60% chance of a wintry mix and a low of 27. So it's going to be a messy type of weekend. And as you start back to work, expect a mostly cloudy high of 27, excuse me, with a 30% chance of snow showers. So coming right through the weekend, it doesn't look to be a great time. Monday night, mostly cloudy and low 14. But expect that rain, wintry mix, and precipitation to last from today all the way through till you go back to work. Now, we're going to be back with Gary right after these messages.
It's 2P's Thrifts and Gifts, 2626 Ellwood Road, for the best in giftware and original merchandise. Stop by 2P's Thrifts and Gifts. Check out their many treasures. Gently worn clothing, original items, one of a kind, and also furniture. Something for everyone. Men's clothes, accessories for the house. It's 2P's Thrifts and Gifts, 2626 Ellwood Road. Stop by. There's a treasure waiting for you.
Newswatch Weekend Edition rolls on. Angelo is joining me on set now. And how about basketball wrapping up already, Ange?
Hey.
Going down a home stretch.
Well, I'll tell you what, and I'd like to thank the people in Beaver Falls that tuned in, and we have a loyal audience down on the southern part of the county in northern Beaver County. I didn't realize that, but a lot of people down there, so that's a shout out to them. And, you know, so we got the Beaver Falls game, we got the Ellwood City game that's going to be airing, and then they play Taylor Alderdice on Monday. And don't forget that Shenango is battling Riverside tonight down there for a playoff spot also. So it's wrapping up. You know, and with football and basketball, that was a long stretch of athletic activity. But everybody's going to be happy to know that I've been contacted about doing baseball. So, baseball and track, we're talking about it. There's a little possibility. It's a little bit different doing a baseball and a track meet, but, you know, we'll have excerpts from that.
Have you been up to Flaherty Field in recent years?
Yeah.
How are things looking up there?
I haven't gone up like in the last few months, but they've been okay. There's some things we can work with, and Neshannock has expressed an interest. And also Shenango, they actually have press boxes, where Union not so much. There's not really a press box or anything there to do the game. So we're going to try and get, when the teams are at a better facility for that.
Well, right around the corner, baseball. All right. Well, you know, if I didn't ask you about cooking the castle,
I studied for this one.
Yeah, something would be wrong. So I have to keep up with tradition. And what's coming up in the next Cook in the Castle?
Listen to this: Tex-Mex steak chili sandwiches with pepper jack cheese on sandwich buns.
Oh, this is going to be a good one.
2 by 2, 4 of them.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. That doesn't surprise me. And did you get the Alka-Seltzer ready and all that?
No, because when we did this Tex-Mex, we did it on the sweeter side. So it had that, it had a nice flavor to it, but it wasn't overbearing heat.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you and I agree on spicy foods. We love spicy foods. So keep up the good work with Cooking the Castle. And anything else on Cooking the Castle before we move on?
Well, you know that sweet and sour pork chops?
Mm-hmm. The one that's posted already. Now, it's on.
I was wanting to put your mind at ease. I heard they were really good. Excellent. Matter of fact, not only did 2x2 have some, Deb Abraham had some.
Good.
Louis Abraham had some. I had a long list. You know, we can, if they put a little window here, we could have a drive-through.
Hey, we've been saying that all along. I agree. I totally agree. It could subsidize the TV station. And let's see. Now, we got to move on because, you know, our time restraints.
Yes.
Give us a quick update on NC Radio 450.
Okay. We upgraded our software. To those of you that were listening, you got a special Christmas edition of NC Radio 450 last week at the end of January, going into February, because what we were trying to do with our music library.
You were getting them ready for next Christmas.
Right, you know. Hey, why not Christmas every month? We're making the turn on getting our programming set so that it becomes a little bit easier to, and a little more personal to the day, rather than just be like, oh, well, geez, let me turn it on and there's just all this music. Now, the thing about it is, and I'd like to thank everybody, Colville was on last week. And we have a Saturday night music special. Overwhelming success. And here's the thing that you could do. These are podcasts. So the people that have Google Chrome or Apple TV, even with their phones, you could put it in your TV, and it was a longer playing program. Get your favorite beverage and some snacks and just sit back, and you got a concert right in your house coming at you from NCTV45 right here in downtown Newcastle. So how great was that? And you know, when I talk about success, I can't tell you, I was literally flattered when I went home and took a look at the numbers that people really enjoyed that.
And more of those concerts up and coming, which here's a great segue. We want to ask all the bands that are watching right now and listening, and the solo singers as well, to get a hold of NCTV45, because we would be glad to showcase your talents right here in studio. So you could call me or Angelo or email us at nctv45@gmail.com. And before we wrap up, I do want to mention, I know you're going to chime in here a little, Ange, as well. Great gift ideas for Valentine's Day coming up on February 14th from our sponsors. And a whole lot of them, too. So you go to the marketplace on our website, or you can just watch all the commercials and you get some great gift ideas. Right, Ange?
There you go. And Inspired Tees came in and did a Valentine's Day special just to show you some of the things they had. And we have a lot of people that do that kind of thing. And there's no reason to go to the big box stores when you got these great places like Inspired Tees, Butts, Land of Oz. Just the list goes on and on and on. So I say that to you so that you remember you can get that stuff right here in the castle.
Are you drumming? Looks like he's
Yeah.
drumming here. He's going to be on one.
I'm very wound up today.
He's going to be on one of the music showcases.
I'm
Our resident drummer.
I'm very wound up today.
And we got another one back there too. Well, that's going to do it. What did he say?
Drum roll.
Drum roll. Thank you. Yeah, that's going to do it for another edition of Newswatch. That's the weekend edition for February 7th. And make sure you tune in to Community Happenings. That'll be on Sunday. We do that every Sunday. I'm Gary West for NCTV45.
And I'm Angelo Perrotta. Have a great weekend, everybody.
It's winter, so come on inside, grab a cup of hot cocoa, and sit down and watch NCTV45.